Fathers, what's the worst thing you've ever done? I destroyed my relationship with my son because I thought being tough would make him strong. When Jake turned 14, everything went sideways. He started sneaking out at night, skipping classes, coming home with busted knuckles from fights. I tried talking to him first, grounding him, taking his phone. Nothing worked. I'd been raising him alone since his mom left when he was 8. She moved 3 states away for some new guy and barely called after that. So it was just me and Jake against the world. I worked construction, came home tired, tried my best to keep him on track. But teenage Jake was a different kid. He'd slam doors, yell at me, disappear for hours. I found weed in his backpack twice. His grades dropped from B's to D's. Teachers called me constantly. I kept thinking about my own dad. He was military, strict as hell, but I turned out fine. Maybe Jake needed more discipline, so I got stricter. Earlier curfews, more chores, no friends over unless I approved them first. It just made things worse. Jake started lying about everything. Where he was going, who he was with, what he was doing. I'd catch him in lies and we'd have screaming matches that lasted hours. The breaking point was a Tuesday night in October. I woke up at 2 a.m. and checked his room. Empty. Window wide open. I sat in the kitchen waiting, getting angrier by the minute. He climbed through that window at 2:30, reeking of weed and cigarettes. His lip was split, knuckles bloody, shirt torn. He looked at me like a deer caught in headlights. "Where the hell were you?" I asked. "Just hanging out," he mumbled, not meeting my eyes. "Don't lie to me, Jake. You smell like a dispensary and look like you got jumped." He shrugged. Actually, shrugged at me, like none of it mattered. Something snapped inside me. All those months of disrespect, lies, watching my kid throw his life away. I grabbed him by his shirt collar and slammed him against the hallway wall. "You think this is funny? You think you can just do whatever you want?" I was yelling right in his face. His head hit the wall harder than I meant. Not hard enough to hurt him seriously, but hard enough to leave a mark. He just stared at me with these wide, scared eyes. I let go immediately, stepped back. We both stood there breathing hard. "Dad," he whispered. "Go to your room," I said. "We'll talk tomorrow." But we never got that chance. The next day, his English teacher noticed bruising on his neck where my fingers had been. She sent him to the counselor. The counselor called CPS. 2 days later, a social worker was at my door. Jake had told them everything. The yelling, the strict rules, how I'd locked him out of the house for 3 hours one night when he came home drunk, how I'd grabbed him. I tried explaining my side, how he was spiraling, how I was trying to save him from himself, how that night was the first time I'd ever put my hands on him. Didn't matter. The judge issued a temporary restraining order. Jake packed his stuff and moved in with his mom in Arizona. Said he felt unsafe around me. I went to anger management classes, started therapy, wrote him letters every week for 2 years. He never wrote back. His mom would send me school photos sometimes, but that was it. When Jake turned 18, the restraining order expired. I thought maybe he'd call, maybe we could talk, but he didn't. I found him on social media a year later. He was in college, studying engineering, had a girlfriend, looked happy, healthy, like he was thriving without me. Part of me was proud. He'd gotten his life together, but part of me died seeing it.